It's headlines and fun, true crime tales and a wild rerun. Bits of news to brighten your day in the latest, wackiest, petty expressway. Scandals, gators, space coast too, crimes that baffle and headlines askew. When the world gets dark, we bring the cheer. Newsy nuggets, the good, the grim, the weird is here.
Hey, you guys, it's Mo with an update on that really incredible case of a sheriff shooting a judge in his office in Kentucky. It is coming out that, quote, extremely paranoid Kentucky sheriff questioned by the police moments after judge's fatal shooting. So it looks like we have body cam of him right after. Sir, I would go get prison fit if I was you. Again, I understand I have struggled with my fluffiness at times, so well, all the time really since birth. But small changes. Body cam footage of former sheriff or former Letcher County, Kentucky Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins obtained by Fox News Digital shows the Kentucky State Police questioning Steins just minutes after he allegedly shot and unalived District Judge Kevin Mullins in his chambers. In the police interview taken in the hallway of Letcher County Courthouse, where the shooting occurred, a quote unquote paranoid Steins continued to insist that the police or someone else was about to unalive him, a belief which his defense attorney told Fox News Digital was a contributing factor in the shooting on September 19th, 2024. The former sheriff, wearing jeans and a polo shirt emblazoned with his title on it, was handcuffed and seated on a chair while being questioned. Throughout the interview, his legs shook and he appeared to scan his environment for potential threats. He answered few questions about what happened that day, as most of the interview was spent trying to quell his fears. During the police questioning, Steins asked to be jailed in Letcher County, mere steps away from the courthouse, rather than risk being transported to another facility. Quote, I leave this building, I won't draw another breath. He told KSP investigator Clayton Stamper, who led the investigation. When informed that jailing him in Letcher County would violate protocol, a fact that officers noted he should have understood given his position as sheriff of the county, Stein was told he would be taken to Leslie County, about an hour away. I'll never make it to Leslie County Jail, he told police. Put me in Leslie County Jail. I'll get killed there. I'll get killed in any jail. Now, police continue to assure Steins that no one was going to hurt him, but those reassurances fell on deaf ears. Mickey, why don't you tell me, why do you think you're going, or someone's going to do something to you? Stamper asked. Why would we want to hurt you? Well, someone on the way to Leslie County Jail, if y'all stop and let someone on the way, Steins said. Look, I know this is obviously a very crappy situation, but I assure you we have no intentions of harming you whatsoever. To assuage his fears, police agreed to allow KSP trooper Jason Bates, a former Letcher County deputy whom Steins has known for years, drive him to Leslie County. Bates also joined in the interview in an attempt to calm Steins. However, he could not shake his fears. Come on, be fair to me now, he said to Stamper. Look, y'all come on now, don't unalive me, don't punish me, let's be fair, don't shoot me, nothing like that. When the police were finally able to calm Steins down enough to ask him what led to the shooting, he refused to answer. Y'all are going to kill me, aren't you? He replied before asking again about the transportation to Leslie County. Y'all are going to unalive me? I know you are. He said, let's just get it over with. Let's just go. The questioning culminated in a dramatic exit of the courthouse into the jail's sally port, during which Stein peered through the windows down stair walls, apparently looking for potential threats. Come on, guys, be fair with me now, he said on multiple occasions. A quiet hour-long drive to the Leslie County Jail followed, with 3 officers intermittently asking Stein if he would like to ask or talk about what, just happened. Now, according to Stein's attorney, Jeremy Bartley, fear of blowback against his family stemming from testimony in a civil lawsuit against former Letcher County Sheriff's deputy drove him to the brink. Specifically, the approximate 2-week period prior to the incident in the judge's chambers, pretty much all the witnesses the investigators talked to support what those close to Mickey said as well, Bartley told Fox News. And it's simply this: Mickey had become extremely paranoid. or I'm sorry, Mikey, not Mickey. Dang it. Look, he shot someone. I I don't look, he shot someone. Now, it does sound because I was wondering at the beginning of this article, he is a sheriff. He is, someone that has dealt with crime, so he understands, how to maybe put on a defense of mental instability. So I was a little skeptical about it. But if his family is corroborating that he has become paranoid, he's acting out of character, then I put more stake in that. Is it's been corroborated because part of me does wonder if, knowing how the law works, he has already put up a sort of mental incompetence defense at the jump. But if his family says it too, okay. It is simply this: Mikey had become extremely paranoid. He became sleepless, basically wasn't sleeping. He slept little, if at all. He had sort of become withdrawn. And, it was of such concern that his coworkers urged him to go to the doctor. He did ultimately a day prior to the shooting. On the day of the shooting, my client had attempted multiple times to contact his wife and daughter, and he firmly believed they were in danger, Bartley said. He believed they were in danger because of what he knew to have happened in the courtroom or courthouse. And there was pressure and threats made to him to sort of keep him in line and keep them from saying more than what these folks wanted him to say. Steins has been accused or has been deposed had been deposed just a day prior in an explosive lawsuit, which was fraught with accusations of SA in the Letcher County Courthouse, specifically in Mullins Chamber. Just 3 days prior to the alleged unaliving of the judge, Steins was named as a defendant in the civil case, but only insofar as he allegedly failed to properly supervise the deputy who is the main target of the suit. The attorney for the plaintiff in that case, Ned Pillersdorf, lobbed accusations about the culture of the courthouse in an interview with Fox News Digital last week. Quote, my general concern as a criminal defense lawyer that they were running a brothel out of the courtroom or courthouse, Pillersdorf said. I mean, the pimping, at least 3 women we know, though I think is higher. Pillersdorf conducted a deposition with Steins 3 days before the shooting and noted that Steins was acting oddly. Bartley did not return a request for comment Friday. Prosecuting attorney Jackie Steele has not returned multiple comments for request. Quote, the sheriff is obviously suffering mental impairment, though it is unclear exactly what his diagnosis or combination of diagnoses are, Dr. Carol Lieberman told Fox News Digital, adding that sleep deprivation can be an aggravating factor to mental illness. This might could violate the Goldwater rule in which you speak on people's mental health without even talking to them. This happened to Barry Goldwater. I was either a tiny fetus or just born, so I am not caught up on this yet. I do realize there are books written by that time and I can catch up on it, but it's been one of them things I'm putting on the back burner. Now, Lieberman is a psychiatrist and mental health practitioner who has been an expert witness in cases ranging from attempted unaliving to DV to celebrity divorce proceedings, and said that Stein's most obvious symptom of mental illness was his paranoia. Regardless of how many times they tried to reassure him that they were going to keep him safe, he would not let go of this delusion that their intentions were to unalive him. Well, if he's speaking out and telling the truth about a brothel in the courthouse in which, inmates are sold to people for sexual things, I'd be afeared too. I mean, this sounds like there is a lot of icky and Canton-like behavior in this courthouse, in this culture. I'm sorry. She described Steins as panicking during his interaction with law enforcement and noted the shuffling in his chair as an attempt to comfort himself. The sheriff is in obvious discomfort with his protruding abdomen taking over his presence, rocking back and forth in the chair, which is self-soothing behavior. He is constantly grimacing, reflecting his physical and emotional pain. Another condition that could have contributed to Stein's behavior is called brief reactive psychosis, which could have resulted from his deposition in the civil lawsuit 3 days earlier, according to Lieberman. She said that such a condition could have occurred as a reaction to having given stressful deposition in the sextortion case and being sued civilly himself, then suddenly realized that his coworkers in law enforcement and the courthouse could turn against him if his testimony implicated them in criminal behavior. He seems to feel the pressure from threats, real or imagined, to keep him from saying too much. Yeah, I started off thinking maybe he's putting it on, but I was unaware and naive of the fact that there is a big sextortion case. I'm sure that if you've been following this case religiously, you knew that, but I did not. So that greatly changes my thoughts that he was trying to put this on. The fact that even the opposing attorney deposing him noticed something very odd, I think is more corroboration. Again, it it opens my eyes and gives me a different perspective that he is probably not faking this. I think it's important in these cases, and especially these bigger cases, that we be open to changing our minds. It doesn't hurt me when something shows up and changes my mind. I wish we would be more open to that because we have a lot of people who just refuse to accept one thing or another because it goes against their thing and they get so irritated about it. I just like learning new perspectives. I do hope that you do it in a, not rude way, but feel free. I mean, it's the internet. I don't expect kind comments all the time. If you agree, disagree, or agree that we should have open minds, let me know in the comments down below. Do all the YouTubey things, and remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire because kindness doesn't equal doormat. Not anymore. Bye, you guys.